with Brad Maddox spotted on a marriage counseling website and more. This is Wrestling Up. My name is John and you're watching the Wrestling Report for September 25th. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Hub Official and follow us on Twitter at Wrestling_Hub. On Shooting from the Hip, EC3 recalled a meeting in WWE with Vince McMahon where talent were being labeled based on their looks, as he said, but I definitely think there was a creative meeting. They needed 6 people and they were just throwing 8x10s and videos, sure, whatever, I don't care. Oh, she's funny, this guy looks cool, this guy has muscle, let's take him. Oh, this guy looks like a freak, that works. And when they looked over at our stuff and every idea that a creative person has who's familiar with the product, I don't think Vince watched for over 30 seconds to a minute. I swear this is the truth. He saw one promo I did. It wasn't even like one of our professional shoots. It was me by the pool, and I think I was going like victory after victory. It was kind of goofy and over the top, like you don't have any common sense. It was coolish and awesome. Vince saw it once and he was like, no, this guy needs to be a weatherman. He can't talk with much enthusiasm. Actually, he shouldn't even talk. Nobody even said, hey Vince, he's actually a decent enough speaker. He might be good there with a microphone to produce something with that. Nobody even bothered to say anything. When asked about a potential falling out with his tag team partner Bubba Ray, Dudley told A to the K Wrestling Show that, yeah, actually, we just spoke yesterday about another autograph signing we're going to do together. A lot of people thought that me and Bubba were at odds, and we weren't at odds. It was just that him and I needed a break. He and I were together for 20 years. I saw him more than I saw my first 2 wives, which wasn't a bad idea, trust me. Sometimes you just need a break, and that's what we did. We took a break, and now we're reunited again. On the Dynamic Download podcast, TNT champion Wardlow spoke about the AEW World title scene, saying, the state of the heavyweight title has been in shambles for months, and the only thing I'll say about it is if Wardlow was the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, he would still be the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. It would have been the summer of Wardlow, and it would have been the fall of Wardlow, and it would have been the winter of Wardlow, and it would have been the spring of Wardlow, and it would have been the summer again. Like, I ain't going nowhere. Everybody wants to hot potato that some bitch, hand it to me. Watch me take off. Speaking to USA Insider about his tag team with Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins gave credit to Triple H for putting them together. Man, we like it. The Street Profits. We always have fun no matter what, but we've had Triple H with us. He was the one that pretty much put these Street Profits together. So, we're used to Triple H in a way. I've had him for 10 years in NXT, but yeah, Triple H is awesome and is always in our ear just telling us to be ourselves and all that good stuff and to go out there and have fun and make sure we go out there and do what we do best and get the crowd pumped. Taking to Instagram to give a shout out to his childhood friend, The Rock, wrote, one of my fave people on the planet, our young rock creator and director, Nanachka Khan. She's a gifted and hungry storyteller who will always deliver quality laughs and heart. Here's some crazy facts. Her brother is my good buddy Nick Khan, who is the co-CEO of WWE. Me, Nanachka, and Nick were running around these same pro wrestling shows when we were kids back in the 80s, when we all lived in Hawaii together. Years later, here we all are together again in this capacity. I think season 3 of Young Rock may very well be our best season yet, and I have this woman to thank for that. Taking to Twitter, SmackDown Women's Champion Liv Morgan posted a video from a strip club with Sonya Deville, which would soon be deleted. Morgan was unaware of the nude dancer in the background of the clip. With MJF, Saraya, and Chris Jericho set to appear on AEW Dynamite, AEW President Tony Khan would take to Twitter to announce a debut, writing, on October 18th, former AEW World Champion Adam Page gets another shot at the title. This Wednesday, World Champion Jon Moxley fights Juice Robinson in an Eliminator. Juice is one of only 2 men with a win versus Moxley in 2022. MJF can fight the champion for the title anytime he chooses. During an interview with NBC Sports Boston, former WWE star Al Snow spoke about his action figures getting pulled from Walmart due to an odd complaint, saying, "I was getting canceled before cancel culture was a thing." Two women, who were of all things assistant professors of communications at a college in Georgia, went into a Walmart and without any study, without any homework, without any research, jumped to a very wild and completely innocuous conclusion that the action figure that I had, which included a Barbie doll head that was popped off that had helped me write across it, was a decapitated woman's head, and then wrote a letter to the Atlanta Constitution. And of course, because wrestling was so hot at the time, the Atlanta Constitution printed it without doing any actual research themselves, and then of course Walmart saw it, panicked, and then it led to where the toy was banned across the nation in every retail outlet, which just led to them selling out that much quicker. Walmart will not sell the figure as they feel it's an endangerment to the community. Now granted, you can still go to Walmart, buy a hunting gun with ammo and a hunting knife to cut up your victim, but you can't buy pregnant Barbie or my action figure. Taking to Twitter to let fans know of her experiences from the day, WWE correspondent Kayla Braxton wrote, "Today in KLA, lady accidentally ripped off my big toenail at the spa and tried to make me pay extra for her to fix it. A man grabbed my arm on the sidewalk and called me a bitch when I denied his advances. Ending of a movie I was heading to see was spoiled by loud talkers." As Triple H announced that there would be 2 Wargames matches at Survivor Series, he talked to The Ringer, touching on safety being the top priority. "I don't think it's necessary. If we have talent that gets cut open, usually you'll see them roll out and they'll get looked at to make sure that there's nothing dangerous. I'm just of the opinion right now, given the state of the world and the pandemic, and at the end of the day, what we do is dangerous enough without intentionally making it more dangerous. When you have guys and women performing at the highest of levels, I feel like I spend more time talking about them out of the stuff than I do otherwise. I feel like there's always a risk to reward ratio. It is so big that people are going to walk away from this with that vision implanted in their minds, and they'll never forget it, because if you're risking your health and your longevity in your profession over that spot, over that moment, it needs to be worth it." With Saraya leaving WWE and making her debut in AEW last week, women's champion Thunder Rosa gave her take on the situation, telling Busted Open Radio, "I hope she is completely cleared to wrestle. She is going to teach a lot of the girls a lot of cool stuff that otherwise they wouldn't have the opportunity to do. Wrestling was her bread and butter for a long time, and she knows the grind. Before she got signed, she was in the indies struggling just like everybody else. One of the things that Saraya has is that she has not changed her core. She continues to be the same person that she was before. I'm really interested to get to know her on another level. So it is going to be very interesting. She brings a lot to the women's division. She brings a brand, something that is needed in the division too. That you cannot deny. I know Tony does a lot of stuff because he wants ratings. We want to be number one. If you start something and you don't want to be number one, don't start it. But for me as an athlete, for me as a champion, that is top competition right there on every single aspect. Experience, persona, character, how well known she is, she's a star. She has what I want and I'm striving for." While reports claim that Saraya had yet to be cleared for in-ring action, she took to Twitter recently to seemingly take a shot at those claims. When asked about Saraya's potential reaction to her AEW debut, Booker T noted on his Hall of Fame podcast, "Arthur Ashe Stadium, nice crowd, big pop. You could tell she was happy, you know, that smile was just radiating through the arena. So yeah man, I'm glad to see her back. Me personally, Paige has always been one of my favorites. She's always been that chick, so I'm just glad to see her back seriously." Taking to his podcast, Mick Foley talked about CM Punk's negative associations with WWE as he said, "I just want him to be happy and understand what an amazing career he's had. I thought it was a little sad when he came out and basically made it sound like anything that happened after ROH was a waste of time. This guy did some big stuff and he was a great champion. He was kind of like the glue that held that company together. He had great matches with a variety of opponents. If you can't be happy tearing the house down with The Undertaker, then where are you going to be when you're 55 or 60 and looking back on your career? I'd like him to appreciate what he did." Former WWE star Brad Maddox, known for his homemade pornographic videos with former WWE star Paige and Xavier Woods, can be seen on a website for a marriage coach. As said coach writes in the About section, "Who am I? And how do I know this? I'm Ryan, and I'm a women's marriage coach. I've been married to my wonderful husband for almost 15 years, and I have tons of knowledge that comes in the best way, experience. These days, our relationship is pretty epic, if I do say so myself. We've got 2 wonderful little girls, an adorable mini golden doodle puppy, live in beautiful Southern California, and love creating our dream life together." With reports that Malachi Black was reached out to by WWE while under contract with AEW, it was reported that the Wrestling Observer's Ryan Frederick responded to a post on the F4W board about others who may have had feelers sent out to them. The user wrote, "I'd expect that one may well have been Buddy Matthews. The other ex-WWE guys I guess it could be would be Keith Lee, Cole, O'Reilly, or Andrade." And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.